Oh yeah.
You're dark now because you have the bright light behind you.
That's good.
It's like Jesus has arrived.
Oh, God.
Oh, but yes, Allah, yeah.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
dude.
You're dark now because you have the bright light behind you.
That's good.
Okay.
It's like Jesus has arrived.
Oh, God.
Oh, but yes, Allah, yeah.
All right, guys, you're actually live on YouTube.
Hello.
Give me a sec.
Hi.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to post a link now to Facebook, and that's when people will start jumping in. There you go. Yeah, it's now on Facebook, and here is the link for those of you who want to share it. Yep. Don't be tempted to have the YouTube open at the same time because it will cause an echo. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that YouTube. I've only got the YouTube link that you shared. I haven't got the Facebook link.
You don't need it. You just need the YouTube one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you share that YouTube one, you'll be cool.
Right, let's see if I can.
All right. Look, guys, it's exactly 2 o'clock. Leela seems to have disappeared.
Oh, I'm trying to do two things at once. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We have a additional person here who has just jumped on, and she's muted, so we can't hear her. So I don't know who invite the young people, let me know. But since it's a young ambassador, I suspect it's Leela.
It's good to have them in there, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. It depends on how it goes, right, Donna?
They're big. They're 18 now. They're big. So they're mentors
How
now.
big
They
people
come
that,
back.
man? How big people?
Big people. They're 18. They're full circle.
I'm 20.
Now you're making,
Oh, there you go.
now you're making me feel old. How can she be 20?
Yeah.
All right, guys, give me a few seconds. I just want to make sure that
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Cordelia! Sorry.
that the link is all working. So Davis, you weren't online before, so let me just quickly give you a quick briefing as to not what to say, but more the tone of what we're trying to do. Yeah, you're a big man, you know what to say. What we're talking about is about the work that you guys do in the community, and the efforts you're making to keep that going during this period of whatever you want to call it. We are not political, okay? We're not bash nobody today.
Of course. Yes.
Even my brethren. Yeah, God bless him. We're not bash nobody today. We're not political. We're not even downbeat. Yeah, as people join, what we're hoping is to try and put a more positive spin on it, have a laugh, talk some foolishness, and then we'll go about our business.
Yeah, we need that right now.
Reasonable?
Yes.
Yeah.
No
That's
problem.
what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve a little bit of levity for people, make people feel a little bit better within themselves. Okay, we are live, so I'm hoping that somebody either on Facebook or on YouTube will let us know that we're broadcasting and you can hear us. You can do that by going to my page, and you can log on to the YouTube link that's there. You can comment right under my page, or you can comment on YouTube. I'll be able to see both of them. And once I get the first confirmation that that's good, we will crack on. So anybody want to sing a song while we do that?
Rock of Ages.
Oh no.
No.
If I had a hammer,
Cordelia needs to teach us some new ones, man. Bring us up to speed.
Oh,
Maybe it was my mistake.
She can sing though, actually. We've got a singer.
Maybe it was my mistake to say something like that, because Rock of Ages, I don't even know. I don't even know if my mother still remember that one.
Cordelia, you're probably wondering what's going on because my phone's been crashing for the past 2 daars. And I think I just managed to send the link out and then that was it. So,
Okay.
yeah, so this is just, yeah.
I have just gotten confirmation from my yard brethren who runway and gone to New York to live that he can hear us loud and clear on YouTube. And so I'm going to drop the Jamaican accent and pretend we can talk proper and get this going. Look, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday. No, it's not Saturday. Sunday now. Sunday the 29th of March. And this is the 4th live that I've been doing during this period of lockdown. And the theme remains the same. If you joined us earlier before, you would know what the theme is. And the theme is very simple. We're trying to uplift. We're trying to stay positive. We're trying to shake off the negative vibes, have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of a conversation, chat business, and just look after each other. That's the overwhelming thing. You can view this by virtue of going to my Facebook page. That's Paul Lawrence. You go to the Facebook page and click on the YouTube link. You can go to YouTube and view it live and direct. The lag via Facebook is a little bit slow, so it's best if you view it in YouTube. The link is there, so you just plug that straight into YouTube and you go, and you can comment on YouTube, yeah? So you're happy to go to YouTube, those comments will come through a lot quicker. So today, we thought that it would be a good idea that rather than keep going where we were going before, we're gonna talk to some of the community-based charities who work in London very specifically, and they have already, long before anything, been doing great work in the community. The reason why these people are on it is because, let's be straight, these are charities that I have either worked very strongly with or have good solid connections to. So that's why these people are here, and I don't have to bother to mention the respect. There's a little young lady down in the bottom left, Cordelia. She kind of gate crash it, but we're not saying nothing. Good, and we'll keep her here because that's a good contribution. We old people like Leela and Donna Hall, we need a little bit of balance, so it's all good.
Hello, Semi Hall.
Listen, back in your box. Okay. Yeah, yes, Davis. It's gonna be like that. So look, I'm gonna introduce the people and I'm gonna give them a couple of minutes just to say who they are, what they do, and then we're gonna run through and come back around. We're not gonna take too long. So I'm gonna start, of course, with the charity that I've been involved with the longest, which is the 100 Black Men of London. The gentleman is still muted, so I will unmute him. There you go, he's now unmuted. Sir, please introduce yourself, your charity, and what you guys do.
My name is Ola Oyalegun. I'm the current president of 100 Black Men of London. We work on what we call the 4 for the Future, which we do mentoring, which most people know us for. We do economic empowerment. We do health and wellness. We do education, and all of these pillars are underpinned by leadership. We believe we need to take control of our lives to make it better. We cannot rely on anyone else. And our bit is for us to work with all our community groups like yourselves and those listening around the world in how to bring our community forward, how to unite and make our young people the best version of themselves. 100 chapter in London is one out of 150 chapters around the world. So we're a global brand. We have about 148 chapters in the United States of America. And London chapter is one of 3 international chapters out of that. Thank you.
Get in order. Let's go to Leela Thomas.
Hi, my name is Leela Thomas. I'm the founder of Urban Synergy. We work with age 10 to 18-year-olds to help them reach their full potential. And we're all about helping young people be prepared for opportunities. And we do that by providing positive role models, opportunities such as work experience, and helping them to have soft skills, so to help them be confident and just happy in themselves. We believe in making sure young people have their careers, have broad career horizons. So we connect young people to pilots, lawyers and doctors and engineers and scientists. And we also connect young people to corporate opportunities that they can see from their bedroom windows, such as Canary Wharf and the city. So it's connecting young people with a world of opportunities beyond the school gates, with role models who look like themselves, so they can connect and be happy and successful in their future life.
Thank you, Leela. Yeah, you see, Davis, I keep the round of applause going. You know, respect that, my brethren. Again, I think we should go to Cordelia just to link her in so people understand why Cordelia is here. Cordelia, want to say hi to everybody and just say who you are and why you're on it?
Hi, my name's Cordelia. I'm part of Urban Synergy as a young ambassador, and primarily because when I was 16, Urban Synergy gave me my first mentoring opportunity. And I'm still in contact with my mentor today. And like, I would say mentoring kind of changed my life, in all honesty, and changed my vision. And Urban Synergy has been an incredible platform for my development. So now I work with Urban Synergy as a young ambassador, representing what Urban Synergy does. And so whether that be at events or just kind of showing through my story, because I'm at university now, what Urban Synergy's done in my life, essentially.
Okay, thanks, Cordelia. Well, we're gonna go, I don't know where Cordelia is, but we're gonna go to Thornton Eaton Crichton and introduce Miss Donna Murray Turner. Donna.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm the founder of Another Night of Sisterhood. Why do we start Another Night of Sisterhood? Well, we just could see that there was no kind of educational awareness in the community on things that were directly impacting them. Parents weren't aware of alternative kind of interventions. The community wasn't talking about, at the time, we had a really high spike in knife crime. There was nowhere to facilitate conversation for community elders, for family heads, for parents, just in general, for adults. The conversation seemed to center around young people predominantly, and I just wanted to create a space, a safe space, where parents, community people could come together and we could not just talk about the issues, but work forward. So we've created a lot of things from that, stop and search workshops, engagement pieces that have looked at child sexual exploitation, what parents should look for. And that's kind of what we do. We're about outreach and awareness, educational awareness on a whole range of subjects, but that's what we do.
Thanks, Donna. Donna, somebody in your location has on the broadcast, so we're getting an echo.
Oh.
Yeah.
In my location?
Absolutely.
There's nobody in my house, no business about me online. Wait, let me see.
Okay, Davis, while Donna looks after that,
Yes.
please introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name is Davis Williams. I'm the founder of Manhood Academy for Boys, pan-London organization that focuses on positive masculinity, teaching our young boys what manhood is, having those uncomfortable discussions in a climate where a lot of them feel uncomfortable talking about what a man is. You know, we already know how media pumps certain stereotypes or narratives around what a man should be and how they should be. So that's what we focus on. We go into schools and prisons. Every 18 months, we take a group of young people to the Gambia where they go through a rites of passage. There's no circumcision involved, nothing like that. No fighting alligators. It's simply spiritual and connecting them with their past.
Okay, look, huge thanks for that, guys. Look, thank you so much for spending time to come and talk to us on this Sunday. I think it's important that people understand that all of the people on this call are really just ordinary people who have, for whatever reason, made a decision that they want to try and help in their communities. I'll take a couple of minutes just to tell you how comes I'm linked to them. Gentleman called Ken Barnes bumped into me in a gym. Yes, I used to go to the gym. Obviously, that slacked off a bit. No laughing, Davis. And he walked up to me about, I don't know what, how many years now, Ola? We're talking about 19 years plus? Yeah, about 19 years ago, and said to me, you know, would you like to make a difference in your community? And that gentleman, Ken Barnes, was seeking to set up the 100. He was a member of the chapter in Birmingham, which was actually the first UK chapter of the 100. I've been a member ever since. Leela, boy, I don't know, if you bump into Leela and you have anything to offer, she will extract it from you. Leela contacted me after hearing me on the radio. I was probably on Eddie's show, who knows? Probably either Eddie or Dotton show, way back, probably 16, 17 years ago. And she asked me if I would help her with Urban Synergy. I told her the truth, I didn't have time, but what I would do is offer them their training for free, and I've been doing that ever since. And I still haven't got any ackee and saltfish at any of the training events. You know, if I go to Donna, let me tell you, Donna killing it with food. Yeah, when I go to Anos events, yeah, down in Selhurst in Croydon, the food is good, the vibe is good. Yeah, and more importantly, the information is solid. Yeah. So Davis, you know, me and this brother kind of bumped into each other. I guess because of the circles we move in, we've kind of just bumped into each other each way. And, you know, it's very important that we support each other, even though there are some who would suggest that we are competing. I don't see it that way. I don't see that we're competing. I see it that we're complementing each other. Yeah. I happily signpost people, and I know the guys on the plane do the same. I signpost people to all of these organizations based upon the need that the person comes to. Yeah. It's just that real. So I think what we want to do, we're going to go in reverse order this time. I want to quickly talk about what you guys have been doing or what you have planned to do in the coming days, weeks, months, however long we have to go through this. So Davis, over to you.
As you can see, I've not been to the barbers at all, man. I'm like, I'm thinking about going dreadlocks now, you know. But yeah, exactly. You know, Donna, you know, you're sporting your hair as well, man. I'll be like that in a few weeks. But yeah, been doing a lot of homeschooling, you know, challenging. My son is a superhero. He likes bouncing off the walls. I don't know how these schools cope, but I salute all the school teachers who do it 24/7. But because I'm still working from home, so I'm trying to balance working from home and obviously educating my child as well, and you know, keeping myself healthy as well in terms of my mindset, because yeah, it is challenging. You know, a lot of young people have reached out and I can't get to them, you know, so it's been very challenging in regards to trying to be creative. Like Zoom is a phenomenal platform. Obviously you've got other apps like House Party and stuff, so been having to be innovative. But yeah, it's only been week 2, you know, so far so good. But yeah, most of my time is taken up engaging with the young people, and yeah, teaching my son, and then sneaking off to the park where I feel like I own the park. When I'm there, I look around, no one's there. I'm like, this is awesome, you know? So let's hope that next week is a nice week as well. But yeah. And also as well, Paul, sorry, and yeah, we're looking to take all of our content online as well. So now we're revolutionizing the way we're working with young people. So yeah, we're taking all of the content that we've created and we're importing it into a platform where young people can get access to it as well. Yeah, so it's a new way, it's interesting, I'm learning new skills, and yeah, I'm sure it comes with that challenge as well, but we embrace it.
Good, good. What's the biggest challenge aside from the young man bouncing off the walls?
There's not enough cornmeal porridge, man. Like I got no porridge in the house, you know. I didn't take it serious at first. I didn't think like they're gonna go through with it. So now I'm gonna go, now where I live now, there's no cornmeal nowhere. It's not on the shelves. I'm like, what is going on, man? So that's the challenge. My creature comforts, you know. I like to be comfortable when I'm working, and I just don't have my comforts right now.
So someone need to send Brother Davis a
Yes.
package with some cornmeal porridge.
Donna's the one. Donna's the one. Calling Donna.
Okay.
See?
We link up, man. We link up. Don't worry.
What do you mean?
Okay, Donna. What's in the pipeline? What you doing? You know, how's it vibing for your community, the community of people you work with?
So I think it was last week, Friday, we did an online ANOS, which was, the feedback was positive. People wanted to talk about community issues local to us. So you will know, Paul, and just for some context for the other guests, we've had 3 deaths of young men in our local area in 6 weeks. And so there was a feeling that parents wanted their space to speak about it. The community is obviously grieving. And with the onset of coronavirus, we were at threat of not having anywhere to meet together physically. But like Davis has said, this is a time for everybody to start thinking outside of the box. And I went live on my page on Facebook, and it was amazing. 2 hours, people were talking. It was very solution focused. So that's always a thumbs up from me, not just talking about it, but what can we do to make it better going forward? And so we're just using our platform at the moment to kind of create conversations. I've had 2 family deaths in the last 48 hours. So for me, I just wanted to, out of respect to my family, I didn't want to just leap on Zoom this week. I would have looked kind of like, you know, insensitive. So as of tomorrow, ANOS will be launching its own program of conversations on Zoom. Some of them will be live from our Facebook page, just kind of still checking in with people, seeing how they are. Homeschooling has been massive. And I've had so many mums say, I'm bouncing off the walls here. Like, do you know, if it wasn't so serious, lockdown wasn't so, I'm in the car right now speaking to you. It's the only place I can get any kind of, you know, sanctuary from these kids. So it's just about checking in with people. I've got 3 teenagers, and like Davis, luckily for me, my brother did take it seriously. So I mean, I've food, but what it means is I'm constantly in the what does that look like? Like I cook anyway, but like I'm cooking 2-3 times a day. It's a lot of things. So just on a real, tangible, practical level, just checking in with the community. How are you? How are you feeling? What's it like being 24 hours, 48 hours together? Because I have a back garden. And it's funny, the more people you talk to, in fact, we have 2 back gardens and I'm not showing off, but so many people don't have any green spaces attached to their own homes. So what is that like in terms of this whole lockdown thing? And only an hour to have personal exercise. What can we do? So it's just being, you know me, being real, being tangible, being practical. What can we do? I'm also thinking of doing some cooking classes online.
So,
Yeah.
at that point, we have to ask you if you check on a cold foot.
No, me can't. Me cook with, listen, me I was school. Me cook with my nose. It not catch yet.
Good. That's what we want to know. That's what we want. Leela, over to you.
Gosh. Yeah, what are we doing? Well, I think it's the shock. You know, I've got a son myself, teenage son, and with the GCSEs, I think there's a lot going on with young. Well, at the moment, it's like a transition and trauma, and not knowing what's going to be happening in the future. But these things are great. Keeping it all positive. I'm thankful for hooking in with positive networks such as yourself, Paul and Dave McQueen. Because all these things are important to build a positive network and the environment around us as adults, because we're the ones that lead. It starts with the parents at home, and then that will rub off onto the children. So, you know, even this morning after I had to wake up my son, you know, we jumped in and did a bit of planking with Dave McQueen, and I'm a fan of balance. So whatever I tend to do, sometimes it rolls into the charity. So we all need balance. We all need a bit of exercise. Obviously the shopping, you know, going out and getting food is another thing that we will have to deal with. So with the charity behind the scenes, we've been trying to get organized behind the scenes. So when everyone gets a bit organized with this transitional piece that we're all going through at the moment, then we can come in and hopefully do some online parenting, take what we do online, do the parenting conferences. Luckily, we've got one-to-one mentoring. We had to cancel, postpone a lot of our seminars that we had planned, but we are going to be hopefully doing parenting workshops online. And then luckily we've got one-to-one mentors still out on the field. So we had to send out notices to them to say, take your mentoring sessions online, use Skype, use WhatsApp to stay in touch with your mentees. So we're just trying to work out how we can stay in touch with the parents, stay in touch with the young people to make sure they're prepared for when we come out of this on the other side. Hopefully we'll be ahead of the curve. But it's just been, you know, sensitive, you know, similarly with there's issues that have been happening, Donna, like you mentioned, in the community. My concern is if you take Lewisham in particular, where area that we focus on at the moment, it's got the lowest attainment levels out of all the London boroughs. What is that going to be like when we come back up? You know, but at the same time, we need to think positive. What can we do to help those young people to raise their aspirations and build their confidence and give them the skills And actually what they actually need is the network of people to make sure their horizons are broadened, and we can help them to be confident and get access to those opportunities more now than ever.
Good. Look, guys, it's a challenge for everybody, you know, and I think, first of all, it's good that we're keeping the boat floating. So what I want to do quickly, Cordelia, how are you faring? How's it going for you? What are you up to?
In these situations, all my exams got cancelled, so I'm stuck in halls right now, but I'm going home soon.
What uni are you at?
University of Birmingham. So like you mentioned, Birmingham. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm on a call with Leela on next Friday, I think. And so, but yeah, I mean, I just pray that we come out the other side and see, because it's scary times, really.
Yeah, we will. Don't worry about that. Mr. President, I love calling him Mr. President, you know. Yeah, I love it. Mr. President, sir.
Okay. I will start from a personal basis. Some of my kids are in boarding school, so they're all home now. It's lovely, challenging, I use the word together, keeping them occupied. Just like yourself, one of my daughters is doing a GCSE, so that's now been cancelled, on hold, postponed, whatever they're doing with that. So getting her engaged. In a way, I'm getting these older ones to supervise the younger ones, kind of free my time up. And we're doing some fitness in the back garden. In fact, it's raining at the moment because I was going for a run. So hopefully stop raining, and then we'll go for that run. So that's been the main thing. Luckily, we always bulk buy anyway, so we've been okay on the food side of it. But making sure you have a balanced diet and all that, and keeping the fresh food coming in, that has been a challenge. But we're surviving it. And the main thing is looking after relatives that don't have enough. That bit of buying stuff, dropping it outside, waving from far away. It's been fun, but we're doing that anyways, which is good. And I said to my friends and members, keeping an eye on everyone else, making sure people are in the right frame of mind. I just like Cordelia mentioned, so that at the end of all this, we come out of this the right mental health. On the 100 side, I mentioned earlier, there's a few chapters, so a few pillars for the 100. We're lucky that our economic empowerment pillars, they were already working on an online solution because they delivered an event last year that was well attended to do with entrepreneurship and how to build businesses and making your business from a cottage industry into a global industry. So that's going online. So they are well ahead of that. So that's good. Just like yourself, Lilia, we had to pause some of our face-to-face activities due to the social distancing, and we're taking all that online. So that takes a while for us to revamp our members, retrain them in order to do the engagement online, which is very different to face-to-face engagement. And I'm sure, Davis, you have the same scenario as well. So all our offerings is now going online. Initially, what we're doing for the 100 Black men is we're doing everything internally. This is for us to get our posts, get our confidence of going out. So when I say internally, which means we're looking after our members, volunteers, our parents, our mentees. Once we've done 2 times over the next week or two, then we want to open that up globally for us to join to that. But this will allow us to do things and make sure the platform and our approach is right. We have been. Some of you already know about community mentoring that we do every fortnight. So that's gonna come online in about 3 weeks' time. Same scenario going on. We have our mental health Let's Talk, which is mentally.
Hold on. Donna, you can't come with food and not share.
Is that dumpling?
What do you want it for?
I could see that. Wow, you're making me hungry now, Donna. After all this,
go on, Ola.
Don't need to run a party. Come down and see. I like the dumpling. Okay, we have a mental health. They say within the community that men do not talk. So over the last year or so, we'll be running activities where men and women come together to speak about pertinent issues. And it's been well received in the community. And we have at an average of 60 attendees. So we're taking this online in the next few weeks as well, speak. I mean, we have an internal event happening this week now, where the title will be, let's talk social distancing, how you've been coping. So similar to what we're talking about here, internally we want to have a chat, have an understanding on how our members, volunteer, parents, and mentees have been dealing with this so that we can speak about that together. We also have a few things coming up, which is, we call it how to know each other sessions. So we'll be hosting that internally as well, which to give people opportunity to speak together. But some of us are working from home, some of us are with families, some of us are by themselves. So it's good for us to change that scenario, make sure we could still speak, even though we're not there. And when we could speak together, it works well for most of us anyway. So we're doing a bit of that. Some of the stuff we're looking to do as well over the next few weeks. Some of this we're also looking for doing. We're already happy for meditation. So session coming up, yoga session, fitness section, some education on Black history or some of our history will coming up as well. I already spoke about social time just to chat. We also have some disco and Zumba dance. I mean, last week we had a disco session where we have an online party.
Yeah,
Don't go there, Paul. No, don't go there.
That was odd.
that was tough. So after a long day, you know, we have an in-house DJ, Solomon. He was, you know, on his DJ with lights as well. So everyone else was doing their thing. Donna, just like you having your meal, few people were having their meal, some were having their dance, you know, which was good actually. All these things just make you see the parents actually came back and said, after a long day, that was a fantastic break in that day. I can't even bring the smiles back. So we're planning to do things like 70s parties, 80s parties, and different kind of thing to kind of change the things around and make it. Once we get more comfortable around, we're going to open that up to everyone else. So that's that. We're also speaking to a Zumba instructor to see how it looks like. I also have one at the moment, which is a cooking. I'm looking at you. Yeah, maybe that's something you can help us with. Teach us how to do this or that. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just looking at recipe, looking at YouTube, make you go live. Let's do something together in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? We can do something like this as well. That way, we're all working together. There's a lot more on our list that we're looking at within the 100. Like I said, we're looking to open this up. We'll speak about this after this session anyway. Well, let me give space to someone else to speak.
Mr. President.
The president has spoken.
You know, that's why I call him Mr. President. Look, guys, look, it's great. It's great that we're all plugging in and doing bits and pieces. I never expected anything less. We've already done half an hour. Yeah, unbelievably, it's really that easy to do half an hour. So I think at this time it's time for a little bit of a commercial. Yeah, because all of this is not brought to you by accident. Yeah. Leela mentioned earlier that at 12 o'clock, she did some exercise with a guy called Dave McQueen. Yeah, Dave McQueen is the guy who trained my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's friend, Eddie Nestor, when he wanted to...
I'm not laughing.
When Eddie was going to climb Kilimanjaro for charity. And what we've done, we've actually put together a whole program starting from midday that goes through to about 8, 9 o'clock. So first we had Dave McQueen at midday. Then we have this one here, the show at 2 o'clock. Then we're gonna have Mastermind spinning some tunes at, I think it's 4 o'clock. And then we have Eddie Nestor, the branding man himself, at 7 o'clock, trying to get through it. And we've all sort of just come together organically to try and put this all together, simply because we all strongly feel that our community just needs a different sort of vibe. Yeah. So, you know, we didn't even call each other before. We just sort of slotted it in and slotted it in. So that's why we're doing all of this. And I want you guys really to support all the other events. Yep. No, I didn't do the planking this morning. I promise I will next week, yes. Sunday. And I think it's fair to say I can announce that these shows, both David McQueen's, this one, masterminds and Eddie's is going to be continuous. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep it going, yep, throughout the duration to make sure that our community has another channel, yep. On that point, I want to say that next week, we're going to go adult. Yeah, we're going to have a discussion. Behave yourself, Davis. We're going to have a conversation about lockdown while single. Now,
Are you sure?
I already know it's going to cause a problem, but I am not really regulated by the DTI or by anybody. So it's really down to you people in your home to manage it. But you know what? We have to broaden the conversation.
It's true.
Yeah? There are people out there who are single, they're by themselves, and it's different from having your family around you, having your children around you, and being able to bounce off them, even if it means going out to the garden sometimes to, you know, to shake your head at the gods. So we're gonna touch. So we're actually looking for some people who are happy to come and talk on the forum. You see what it's like. You know what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be discussing what it's like for you. And we're big people, so we're gonna keep it as clean as is legally possible. Yeah. But we wanna be real because there are real things. It's not just about the virus that's out there. It's also about your mental state, how you're handling that, how you're coping with that. If you're isolating and you can't even go out to meet your brethren for a Friday evening fish, as I always used to do, it's very different. So that's what we're going to be touching on next week. What else? Oh yes, what else? Almost every one of the speakers made a good point about getting things online. And it would be remiss of me not to point out that Just Tickets, that's JUS-tickets.com, is an online platform which can host your event. A lot of the people who had to cancel events are now saying, well, look, we can't just go dry. So what we're going to do, we're going to make our events into online events where people can still access it via the online. What I've decided to do as well is to offer them my expertise in using Zoom. If they're technophobes and they don't know how to get it all linked up, they can use the platform to get their message out, to get their programs out, just the same way as if it was possible. That's a lot of talking from me. So what I want to talk about now, just before we go into wrap up, because we're that far in, what next? What's been the most amusing thing that's happened for you? I'll give an example. So yesterday I went shopping and I got every item I wanted, but I had to go Thornton Heath High Street to get the stuff that Sainsbury's don't sell, like some sea bass, some plantain and stuff. So what I did, I went to the cash machine and got myself some cash. And you know, all the money is plastic now, yeah? So what do you think I do with the money when I come home?
Washed it.
And then I must. Then I must wash it. Yes. So for me, that was highly amusing. I had to wash the money, and that's it. What else? What's been going on with you guys, Davis? I know you can't get your cornmeal, but that's good. What else, man?
Now, for me, man, is this like this the conversations I've been having with my son? You know, this boy is I need to get a stage for him. Like Paul, like if there's a platform for an 8-year-old, like he's so cheeky and.
I wonder who's his dad.
I know, in it, and this controversial. Do you know what I mean? It's just like there's nothing that he hasn't seen. Like he's seen everything, and now because and I'm not getting into what he's seen. Yeah, for the record.
yeah, we don't want to know.
No, but
that's next week's show, yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, but no, it's just like having that time and space where obviously we're bored, you know. So now we're having like different types of conversations. It's not the routine, how's school, how's your homework, touching it, let's do some affirmations. It's now going into, let's search, let's go into the vault and find out what's really going on. And yeah, I need to behave myself, boy. That's all I know.
Oh God, man, they're watching us, man. Ola, one to you, man. What's going on?
Well, like I was mentioned earlier, the kids can entertain themselves in a lot of ways. I just need to make sure they are doing the right thing. We're lucky enough that we got space, we got a garden, we got free parks within about 3 minutes walk of the house. So if the rain stops, because it's still raining outside slightly, the intention is to take them outside for maybe a half an hour run. To me, I'll notice that once I get them out, the energy level kind of optimize. When they come back home, they're more in the right frame of mind to work together. So after a while, when you have quite a few kids in the same space, you know, they start having their own discussion. Some call it an argument, I call it a conversation, while they get used to each other. You know, also introducing that respect between the young and the old when they think they are the same. And I'm saying there's a difference in your age, there's different experiences. Maybe when you're older, you could be on the same level, but for now, respect the man or the woman because they've done a bit more than you and they know they've gone through this already before you and you've not done what they have done. So to me, it's an interesting way to get everybody together. So I always listening to the conversation. I always try not to laugh too loud, but it's always funny. So to me, they are my source of entertainment for now.
Cordelia, what's happening for you, man?
I don't know, everyone's on house party these days. And so last night I was on house party with a few friends. And I don't know if you know Sneakbo, the rapper.
No, sorry.
No worries. Anyway.
Otis Redding maybe, or Brooke Benton, but no, don't know that one, sorry.
No worries. But anyway, he joined in our rapping. Oh. We were rapping on house party last night. So yeah, everyone's on there these days. Yeah, no, it's just interesting.
Okay, thank you. Leela, what I got?
Oh man, my household is so lucky to have me here during lockdown. They've got me. So anyway, it's a funny one actually. I wanted to, my lawn, I was going to get that returfed. I've actually been out there during my lunch breaks and taken out all the weeds out of my lawn. Which I'm pretty impressed about. Actually, it looks pretty good. So I've actually saved myself some money. Do you know what I mean? It shows that you can do things. But also the other thing, we've gone into lockdown, but like my son, so you know, you go through the stage where you know staying up late or whatever, but it's just locking him down, getting him back into routine. Obviously, not too much, but you know, I'm all one for balance and not too, you know, just balancing it all out. But yeah, I think. It's little achievements that I've been doing and enjoying the quality time. It's a shame it has to be something like this, but I actually enjoy this stuff. I actually like my home, so it works for me.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It is a time where we have an opportunity to really get to know our children or our partners on a different level. Yeah, and hopefully we don't lock them out. Donna, what's going on?
Well, nothing more than usual. The house is still unruly. Unfortunately, I live in a house with 2 kitchens and 2 bathrooms, so I'm very busy. The children, we always, a bit like Davis, I always talk to my kids anyway, but you're right, that the vault, I've had to leave them a couple of times and said that argument is even too big for mummy, I can't really, you know. But my son, who is 16, his whole, a bit like the young lady, his exams have been wiped out. So speaking to him, I mean, we know he's going to 6th form, but just on a real, how does that feel? Because when I came back from Jamaica, I had to resit exams. And so just kind of trying to reach out to him on that whole feeling of frustration, you feel so empty, everybody else is progressing, but you're still here. And he was like, no, Mum, it's good. I know that come August, I'm going in, and kind of linking him back into some of his instructors at school. Just giving him that reassurance, really. My 14-year-old, she's about to eat us out of everything, but she and I are cooking more, so that's good. And I was very, I want to share this. So we have 2 back gardens, but the one at the back is the one that the family from 1960, how long, has always used as like an allotment, and I don't like bugs. Can you imagine? So we ventured out into it this week and we found thyme, we found wild callaloo, we found elderberries, all these things that have been planted by my grandparents way before I was even alive. But they're just growing wildly in the second back garden. So that was nice, a bit of foraging. Can you imagine foraging in the middle of underneath, Paul?
On the ends.
Yeah, on end. That was nice. And just the whole being more relaxed.
Mm.
Although, like yourselves, I'm starting to deliver training online. But just that relaxation. So today when I said to them all, be quiet, I'm going online with Uncle Paul, no make no noise, no in a big hullabaloo, but just having that whole going and coming, and also being able to, my biggest achievement so far, I'm one of 55 grandchildren, and it was so nice on, what are we today? On Friday.
We should just say it, do you?
Yeah, 55. So some of these online platforms can't fit us in as a family. I'll give you an example. So my aunt has 7 children. My uncle and my cousin from Canada phoned in, myself and my brother. We can't do house party. There's too many of us. So we've been using Zoom as a family tool just to kind of reach out. And it was so nice. I felt, because I'm not really good on WhatsApps, you have to kind of really at me. But it was nice to reach out to them, spend that time with them. And I'm looking forward to our online rave tonight, because one of my cousins is 50 today. So happy birthday, Sylvia.
Where's my invite?
Huh?
Where's my invite?
You know, this is isolation. But
What?
Davis,
Zoom no work. Zoom no work.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can join in.
Oh.
Davis, I'm going to go and buy the cornmeal tomorrow and send it same time. You let me know your address, and because the post office is next to the shop. So once I put it in, I can get one of them thing and send it straight to you.
Oh, thank you, sis. Thank
No,
you.
man,
We
don't
love
watch that.
this, man. We love this.
Yeah, man, good food, good food.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh gosh, look, guys. I don't even know where to go next, but it's 15 minutes left, and I've enjoyed having a conversation with you guys. You guys are the people that I put my efforts in anyway, and I know that you all will have this conversation again offline to collaborate. And
I hope so. Yes.
The bottom line is,
question. Before we just said, can you put us all in a WhatsApp group so we can stay in touch?
Yes.
Yeah.
I already done it.
Yeah, who's done it? Somebody done it?
I'll connect you all, because I have all of your numbers, so
Yeah.
I'll connect you all. Look, and this is what we want to do. The whole idea between the very first one was about doing something like this where we get together and we have a quick chat, and I think it's worth it. Quite clearly, the people out there in Facebook land, YouTube land, they think it's worth it. And I can see no reason why it shouldn't just keep going, and we just keep doing it. Like I said before, next week we're going to talk about being single and in isolation. Andy Roach seems to be volunteering to be a part of it. Andy, Ola, so we should prepare ourselves for a nice evening. Before we go, I just want to say thank you. Thank you again to everybody who's joined us. What I'd like to call in the studio, and what I'd certainly like to call out in the world that's out there. It doesn't have to be doom and gloom. I've said it at the very beginning, and I'll say it again. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna lose some, but we're gonna keep the majority. The vast majority are still gonna be here, and we have to protect and guard our mental health so that when the time comes, we're ready to soldier on. Don't make no mistake. And I'm not getting political. I'm just pointing out the reality of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
They're not catering for us.
That's right.
Yeah. So we have to organize. Dean Okai always talks about this. Dean always says that we have to organize ourselves. And we have to make sure that we're organized, because when this comes out, we won't be the group that they're looking for to help first, second, or third. We have to be prepared and ready to help ourselves, look after our young people. They're talking about predicted grades being the way that they're going to judge how the things go forward. Yeah, that's something we need to look at a bit stronger. Yeah. So thanks, everybody. Stay positive. Next week, we're going to have this discussion at 2:00, same time. During the week, I'm hoping to link up with some mental health experts to do a shorter version in the week. Yep, just to talk about maintaining your mental health during the isolation. But spread the word. I'm happy with how this has gone in terms of the reliability of YouTube. We tried it last week with Facebook, didn't so much work. This week has been very good. So subscribe to my channel. I can see a couple of people. I'll work out how to get that all done. And thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Take care, everybody. Yeah.
All.
So.